Okay, I think it's time to talk about my creepypasta known as the lost photo. And if it's night where you are, then send my prayers. There are a lot of creepypastas around the internet, and they've been banished and banned from the whole, even cartoons. But you should still know about them. There are stories about creepypastas all over the place. Okay, and some of them are really disturbing. Time to talk about my creepypasta. Okay, 3, 2, 1. So, I was a little boy. I am still a little boy, but so I was walking around at night, and I saw a weird figure walking right towards me. It had a giant bag around its arm, and it's carrying a knife, and its eyes looked bloodsock red. And this thing wasn't ordinary. It wasn't human at all. It was something from the depths of nightmares. So, and then I said, "Hello," and then it looked at me, and then it went closer to me, and I stumbled upon a doorway that led to a giant hallway. And then I was forced to watch something called the lost photo. I was really confused at what it meant. What lost photo? It said. I said. And while I put the tape in, it started with a animation. A weird animation. There's a camera looking at a person, and then it walked closer, ever so closer to the guy that had been filming. And then its hand, it had cloth blood on it. It had a knife, and he put his hand on his shoulder, and then the screen went to blackness. And then I beat on the thing until it turned back on with his corpse messed up, his eyes torn out, his intestines thrown around his room, and a blood splattered on the wall and there was a word on it. It said, "Pain and suffering is unknown." Almost like Suicide Mouse said. And then it's in the responsive sign says 666, and then lots of scribble all over the freaking house. And then it went black again. And then after that, then a guy picked up the camera, and then the camera turned around, possibly at a doorway. It was pitch black, and then a hand reached out for the camera, and then it just went black again. I said, "Man, I'm just not gonna mess with this stuff." And then I took the tape right out of the tape player, and I threw it in the garbage. But then that's not the end of it. No siree. A guy wearing a mask. You can barely see his mouth under there. And then he said, "Shh, be quiet." And then I was like, why do I have to be quiet? And he looked at me and he said, because you have to. There's something out there. And I was like, what is out there? And then a footsteps was heard rumble and scraping of a knife. And then I was socked. He covered my mouth. And then I looked around, and then a figure, another masked figure, with white eyes, a bunny mask. There was microphones in there, and then it was wearing pants, and his whole body was covered in a white fabric, and he had no mouth at all. The guy was gone. I was like, he vanished into thin air. And then when he took off his mask, that's when I was in shock. It was a guy, beat up, from head to toe. This guy looked like he was drunk, and also crazy. His eyes were bloodshot. And this guy looked familiar. Just then, a bang was heard in the distance. A scream, a terrible scream, was heard in the distance. This scream wasn't any ordinary scream. It was the scream of pain. It was louder than an ordinary pain scream. It sounded demonic. And just then that figure disappeared. And I grabbed a sword or a knife, and I stumbled towards the kitchen. Just then the lights turned on. Some lights turned off. The only light that was still on was in the kitchen. The rest was pitch black. Just when you and then a figure was walking towards me from the darkness. And I grabbed my knife and I swung at it. It kept disappearing, so I thought that was my strategy. The strategy was to keep swinging that knife at the creature, or whatever it was. It was tall, lanky, and it had horns. And it had horns coming right out of its eyeballs and head. Just then, the kitchen lights turned off, and another light turned on, and I followed it. But this wasn't an ordinary light. It was red. A red light. This light looked just like blood. And then I had a hallucination of a face. That's right, a demon face that was terrifying. It looked like something I did never want to see from my nightmares. And after the hallucination was over, I screamed. And I screamed as hard as I can that something heard me. And then it ran towards me as fast as it could. And damn it, I poked my knife right into its stomach, and then it disappeared. And I was terrified. The hallucination I saw was a vision monster. It looked like Satan, but I don't want to see what it was. I hope I never saw that thing again. And I don't know what happened and what happened in the past. And what was that? I don't really want to find out. Okay, that was the end of the creepypasta. I hope it didn't skip much. But yeah. That's all. Bye guys. Bye guys.